ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। नमोऽस्तु ते मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः।
अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः।
भगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
विवस्वते योगम्
इमं विवस्वते योगम्
प्रोक्तवानहमव्ययम्
प्रोक्तवान्
विवस्वान्मनवे प्राह
विवस्वान्मनवे प्राह
अनुरक्ष्वाखवे ब्रवीत्
मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे ब्रवीत्
एवं परम्परा प्राप्तम्
एवं परम्परा प्राप्तम्
इमं राजर्षयो विदुः
इमं राजर्षयो विदुः
सकाले नेह महता
सकाले नेह महता
को नष्टः परन्तप
योगो नष्टः परन्तप
स एवायं मया तेद्य
स एवायं मया तेद्य
योगः प्रोक्तः पुरातनः
योगः प्रोक्तः पुरातनः
भक्तोऽसि मे सखा चेति
भक्तोऽसि मे सखा चेति
रहस्यं ह्येतदुत्तमम्
रहस्यं ह्येतदुत्तमम्
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
अपरं भवतो जन्म
अपरं भवतो जन्म
परं जन्म विवस्वतः
परं जन्म विवस्वतः
कथमेतद्विजानीयाम्
कथमेतद्विजानीयाम्
आदौ प्रोक्तवानिति
त्वमादौ प्रोक्तवानिति
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
बहूनि मे व्यतीतानि
बहूनि मे व्यतीतानि
जन्मानि तव चार्जुन
जन्मानि तव चार्जुन
तान्यहं वेद सर्वाणि
तान्यहं वेद सर्वाणि
न त्वं वेत्थ परन्तप
न त्वं वेत्थ परन्तप
This shloka you have seen. The first two shloka, Bhagavan Krishna presented the parampara, the sampradaya. Then he told that over a period of time, this yoga became nashtaha, lost. Then when Bhagavan Krishna said this, the third shloka, it became, the second shloka he told, it became nashtaha. Now I am teaching the same to you. He said in the third shloka. Then Arjuna had a doubt. He asked a question. Why? Because he found a chronological discrepancy. As Krishna, he came later, and he tells that he taught this to Vivaswan iti. Therefore, avataha janma aparam. Aparam bhavataha janma. Vivasvataha janma tu param. It was much earlier. Katam etad vijaniyam tum adau proktavan iti. How this can be understood if that this you have taught to him before. Therefore, here Bhagavan saying this from the standpoint of an avatara, not from the standpoint of the mortal Krishna. Krishna with this body, mind, sense. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna replies, Bhagavani me vititani. Bhagavan Krishna responded by saying, many janmas of mine have gone. I have taken many janmas. You also. Tavacha. Tavacha Bhagavani janmani vititani. So both of us have taken many janmas. I know all the Janmas. Tani Agam Sarvani Veda. I know all my Janma, but you don't know. So therefore, as Ishvara, I know, I have the knowledge of my previous births. Also, what is going to come, I know. I know the past, I know the present, I know the future, because Ishvaraha Aham. Whereas you, as a Jiva, who is under the influence of Avidya, Vidyavan Purushaha, he cannot know his past Janma. The present Janma itself, the past events are not remembered by you. How can you remember the Purva Janma, all the Janmas? Therefore, here, Bhagavan Krishna says, as Ishvara, I know all the Janmas. Therefore, he's talking from the standpoint of Ishvara. Therefore, then who is Krishna is an avatara. Therefore, only the topic of avatara is there in this part of the Gita. The last class I told the difference between a Jiva. Jiva is also an avatara. Jiva avatara means avatarati. Jiva also comes and goes, avatarati. And Ishvara also. But there is a difference. There is a difference between Jiva and avatara. Jiva comes helplessly. Avatara doesn't come down helplessly. Jiva calls Samashti Jiva. The Prarthana of Samashti Jiva is the Hetu, the cause for Avatara to descend. Jiva taking different Janma for which the cause is Papa Punya. If only Papam are there, then Ado Janma. Punyam alone is there, then Deva Janma. If both are mixed up, then Manushya Janma. But Bhagavan's Janma is not like that, not determined by the Papa Punya, because Bhagavan doesn't have Kartrutvam. If he has Kartrutvam, then Bhagavan also is a Ajnani only. So therefore, Ishvarasya Janma is not like Jiva Janma. Therefore, it's called Avatara. So Jiva comes and goes. He is Agamapai. But Ishvara is not like that. He comes for a specific mission, specific purpose, as invited by Jiva, who have done the prayers, invited him to come down for the rectification, for the correction, or for the establishment of Dharma. Therefore, he comes. Then what? Then this is the difference, main difference. And another important difference is Jiva is under the influence of avidya, whereas Ishvara has got the upadhi, Maya upadhi, and Maya is under his control. He is the Ishvara even Maya also. So therefore, these are the main differences. Other differences and all, like we saw in the last class. And there are certain similarities also. Both the bodies of Ishvara and Jiva are subject to all these sixfold modifications. Asti, Jayate, Vardate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Vinashyati. As a Jiva is born, is undergoing changes, body undergoing changes. Similarly, Ishvara Shariram also. The Shariram is also created by Ishvara. That the Shariram of Ishvara also obeys the laws of nature. So, therefore, Ishvara also, like Jiva, comes, but not helplessly. It comes either out of his own will or invited by the Jivas. And there are many avatars are there. Many avatars are talked about in the Bhagavata. So here it is Krishna Avatara. So therefore, when the Krishna says, I know everything you don't know, means he's talking from the standpoint of Ishvara. Talking from the standpoint of Ishvara, that is, therefore, he is an avatara. Avataraha Krishnaha. Now, the next shloka, which is an important shloka, we will read. Number 6. Ajo Pisanna Vyayatma
Ajopi sannavyayatma.
Bhutanameshwaropi san.
Bhutanamishwaropi san.
Prakritim swamadhishtaya.
Prakritim swamadhishtaya.
Sambhavamyatmamayaya.
Sambhavamyatmayaya.
Ajaha is Ishvara. Bhagavan Krishna says, Agam Ajaha. Ajaha, not born. Even though Ajaha api, not born. So Ajaha, Avyayam, Bhutanam, Ishvaraha, all these describe the Lord is Ajaha, na Jayamanaha, Janmana Vidyate Yasya, Janmana Vidyate, like a Jiva. Jiva iva Janmana Vidyate. Jiva is born of Papa Punya, Karma, Karmapala, whereas Ishvara is, he doesn't have Janma like that of the Jiva. So therefore, even though he takes as an avatara, it comes in a particular form, but Lord knows his Swarupa, that Aham Ajaha, as Atma is Ajaha. Atma is not born. Atma is not. What is born is only the Shari. Even Jiva also, Jivatma, Atma is not born. What is born only this Upadhi. The Upadhi only has got a date of birth and date of departure. Atma is always Ajaha. It is not born. Therefore, it is not born. It is Avyayam, not changing, not subject to changes. Therefore, Shat Vikaras are not there for Atma, only for the Shariram, only for the Upadhi, it is there. Therefore, Ajaha, I am not born. Not born means Agam Brahma, Atma, not born. Na Jayamanaha, Janmaragitaha, son, Avyaya Atma. Therefore, Vinashahan, that Vyayaha Maranam Nasti, Avyaya Atma, Marana Ragita Atma, Vinasha Ragita Atma. So, Atma, that is a Swarupam. So, Janma Ragita Atma Swarupam Yasya Saha. Therefore, Marana Ragita Swarupaha Aham. I don't have Maranam. And Bhutanam Ishvara. Bhutanam Ishvaraha Apisan. As Abhyaya Atma, I'm not subject to any change. No Vikara, Nirvikaravan, and I am the Lord of all the beings. Bhutanam Ishvaraha. Ish Dhatu with Varash Pratyaya, Ishvara, the ruler of the beings. Bhutanam, Praninam. Praninam, Apraninam api. Chetanam, Achetanam api. Sarvesham, for everything. For everything. For everyone, for everything. Sarvesham, Ishvaraha, Ishana Shilaha. I am the Niyanta. I am the Niyanta. I am the Adipati. I am the controller. Everything works under me. Everything works under me. Bhutanam Ishvaraha api san. Bhutanam Ishvara api san. So, therefore, even though for other people I may appear to come as a body, having a physical body, but really I am not born. I am Avyaya Atma. I am the Lord of all the Jivas. Then how I have come? Prakritim Swamadishtaya. I keep Prakriti. Swam Adishtaya. This Prakriti, which is Maya, Devim Mayam Prakritim Swa Adishtaya. Swavashe Vidhaya Vashikritya. Then Atmamayaya. Atmamayaya Aham Sambhavami. Atmamayaya agam sambhavami. Atmamaya, Swamaya, by my Maya. By my Maya, that is Sattva Guna Pradhana. Sattva Guna Pradhana. Maya. Maya is Sattva Guna Pradhana. Ishvara, who has got this Maya Upadhi, it is Sattva Guna Pradhana. Therefore, only is all knowledge. Therefore, only is all knowledge. So, therefore, Atma Mayaya, Agatita Gatana Patiyasi Maya. That is for the Jiva. Whereas for Ishvara, the Lord of Maya is Ishvara. Even the Maya is under the sway of Ishvara. Therefore, Swam Devim Prakritim Mayam Adhishtaya Vashikritya Atmamayaya Mama Mayaya Atmamayaya Agam Sambhavami Samyak Bhavami Agam Udbhavami Pradurbhavami. I take Janma. Therefore, Ishvara Janma is different. Therefore, Ishvara Janma is different from that of the Jiva Janma. Ishvara Janma is Avatara. Ishvara coming down in the form of any being is called Avatara. Therefore, Avatara Janma and Jiva Janma are different. We know that there are three types of Satta. Paramarthika Satta, Vyavaharika Satta, and Pratibhasika Satta. In the Pratibhasika Satta, that is in the Swapna, etc., Swapna Prapancha, you are Ishvara. You alone create the world, and you alone in the dream world appears in some form. Dream world is created. It is Srishtam. Swapna Prapancha, like this Jagrat Prapancha, it is also Srishtam. It is also created. Who created? For creation, you need Nimitta Karanam, Upadana Karanam, the maker and the material. The maker is you. And from where you got the material also you only. You supply the material. So, for the Swapna Prapancha, you are the maker, you are the material. You created the Swapna Prapancha, the dream world. And you yourself playing a part in the dream world. You know what's happening in the dream. At the same time, you are also a part of the dream. Similarly, also Bhagavan. Bhagavan in this Jagat, he knows the entire Jagat, has got a knowledge of the entire Jagat, and he himself playing a role. Is himself playing a role in the Jagat. That is Avatara. So, this Srishti, this Ishvara Srishti, this Jagat, which is Ishvara Srishti, and this Sapna is Jiva Srishti, like a dream, Jiva Srishti. So, therefore, here Bhagavan Krishna says, Agam Ajaha Avyayaha iti. Ajaha Avyayaha iti. It means what? Is Shariram. This Shariram is, does it talk from the standpoint of Shariram? Does it, if it talks from the standpoint of the Shariram, you cannot say Ajaha Avyayaha iti. Therefore, the truth is Paramarthika Drishtya, Paramarthika Satya, Agam Avyayaha, Agam Ajaha, Agam Bhutanam Ishvaraha. It doesn't talk from the standpoint of this Shariram. This Shariram, which is created, is Janma and Bob. This is Shariram. Both are Maya. They're purely Maya. And Maya means not under the influence of any karma. Unlike Jiva, the Shariram not dictated by the law of karma. So the cause for the Shariram of Jiva is the samashti prarthana of the Manushya and the Deva. That has resulted in some punyam that became the material cause for the Ishvara Janma. That became the material cause for the Ishvara Janma. Therefore, Ishvara Janma is Divya Janma. It is not like Jiva Janma, it is Divyam. Keeping Prakriti, Maya under his control, Ishvara, for the sake of Jiva, for fulfilling the prarthana of Jiva, the prayers of Jiva, he descends, it comes down. Swa Mayaya, Swa Ichaya, Prakritim Adhishtaya, Prakritim Adhishtaya, Sambhavami, Agam Sambhavami. So therefore, Bhagavan Krishna, he says, Agam Sambhavami, I appear, I manifest Atmamayaya by my own Maya, not under the influence of Maya, like Jiva. And like Jiva, I take avatara, I am as though born, not really born, as though born. Really born means we must have karmapala. Karmapala is the hetu, the karanam. Ishvara doesn't have karmapala. Therefore, as though born, not really born. Atmamayaya. That's what the meaning of the word Maya is. Atmamayaya. Atmamayaya. The situation where I appear to be born. Not born, appear to be born. Appear to be born. Prakritim Samadhishtaya. I preside over my own Prakriti, keeping Prakriti under my control. It means Jiva, that Ishvara can choose his form. Jiva doesn't have that power because Jiva's Janma based on Karmapala. Therefore, any Janma is possible helplessly for Jiva, whereas for Ishvara, since Maya is under his control, Prakriti is under his control, the material, therefore, he can appear in any form based on the situation. So therefore, Ajaha, Avyaha, Bhutanam, Ishvaraha, Apisan, Prakritim Swam, Adhishtaya, Atmamayaya, Aham, Sambhavami. I come, I appear, I manifest. When do you manifest? If it is asked, that comes in as a answer to the next that comes an answer to this question in the next shloka. We will read. Yada yada hi dharmasya
Yada yada
यदा यदा
hi
हि धर्मस्य
ग्लानिर्भवति भारत
glanirbhavati bharata
अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य
abhyuthanam adhyamya
धर्मस्य
तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्
tadatmanam sryamyaham
हे भारत वंशोद्भव addressing Arjuna. Hey Bharata, yada 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 he, the word he says, nischayena, it stands for nischaya, for surely. Surely I come. Srujami, yada, when, yada yada surely, yada yada when dharmasya, Vaidikasya, dharma is Vedic, dharmasya Vaidikasya, Abhyudaya Nishrayasa Sadhana Bhutasya Vaidikasya Karma Yogasya Glanihi Bhavati. When there is a difficulty arises in practicing Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, in practicing Vaidika Dharma, when there is a difficulty, Glanihi Bhavati, Hanihi Bhavati, Mlanihi Bhavati, when there is a Glani, when there is a problem, when there is a difficulty in following the dharma se klanihi, when the dharma, the values are upheld by Shastram. Therefore, Vedikas have to be there, Veda has to be there, Vedikas have to be there. When there is a declension in that, yada bhavati jayate, yada bhavati, then what happens? Kim koromi? Dharma se klanihi, that is one thing. Adharmasya abhyuttana. Adharmasya Adharma is adharma's growth, uttanam. Dharma declining is one thing, whereas adharma is sarvataha adharmasya abhyuttanam, abhitaha uttanam, abhitaha sarvataha uttanam, it rises. What? Uttanam is this vriddhi. Everywhere there is the prabalyam, the growth of adharma. When there is declension of dharma and when there is a rise of dharma, abhyuttanam adharmasya. Dharmasya glanihi, adharmasya abhyuttanam, abhitaha uttanam, abhitaha uttanam pravriddhi asti adharmasya tada aham atmanam srijami janayami purusha vishesha rupena avirbhavami. I come down or appear in the form of beings, the form of the Purusha. So whenever the order gets affected, I appear, I appear as avatar. Avatara takes place. So whenever there is a declension of dharma, whenever there is a declension of righteousness, the values, and the rise of adharma, then tada agam atmanam sujami. I manifest myself. That is, I appear as avatara because of the samashti punya. I appear as avatara. Avatara as what? Avatara for what purpose? Dharmasya glanihi adharmasya abhyuttanam. To correct that. Therefore, dharmasya abhyuttanartham, adharmasya glanartham. For upholding dharma, for destroying adharma, or minimizing adharma, agam sujami. When does it happen? Whenever there is the need occurs, I appear. Now the need is not there, dharma is still there, therefore Bhagavan doesn't appear. Because we hear certain adharmic things somewhere, doesn't mean that Bhagavan will come every time. Only when there is intense or the requirement required, that also for that also samashti prarthana is important. That is a hetu. So out of the intense suffering or adharma, when people pray for the relief, then Bhagavan appears. So even for the appearance of Bhagavan, there must be a karanam. The karanam in the form of the prarthana. The prarthana has got adrishtapalam, drishtapalam, adrishtapalam. Adrishtapalam alone gets into the form of the punyam, samashti punyam. That becomes a hetu for the appearance of avatara. So Bhagavan says, Agam Atmanam Swamayaya Srijami Sambhavami Avirbhavami. So therefore here it is assurance is given. Assurance is given when dharmasya glaniki bhavati, adharmasya abhyuttanam bhavati, then I will come. So this is not just a shloka for quoting, this is a Satya shloka. And this is what had happened so far, and it will happen also. So we need to have Shraddha in the words of the words of Bhagavan Krishna. He himself says as avatar. So therefore, what one has to do is follow the dharma as far as possible. Follow the dharma. Keep oneself following the values. Follow karma yoga, jnana yoga as prescribed by the shastram. Following the values as prescribed by shastram, following which leading a righteous life. That is his sadharma of every jiva. Then adharmas are that will be taken care by Bhagavan. He himself will come and take care of them. Since we cannot take over them, Bhagavan will take care of them. So therefore, Therefore, the duty of every jiva is to stick to the dharma, follow the Vedika dharma. Vedika dharma in the form of this karma yoga, jnana yoga, iti. This is what he taught Purva to Vivaswana and the others in the beginning. Over a period of time, it declined. Why? Because people either have lost interest or because of the increase of adharma. So when adharma increases, then Bhagavan himself comes and rectifies. He brings back the order in the society, maintains the harmony back, brings back the harmony in the society. So as nature itself knows how to balance, similarly to bring harmony, Bhagavan himself descends down as Avatara. This is concept of Avatara is very unique. It's only in Gita. We don't see that in Upanishads. In Gita, you will see. This is a unique concept. So therefore, Avatara is nothing but Ishvara alone. If Ishvara can create this entire Jagat, why can't he appear in any form as he wishes? And that too as a purpose. Adharmasya abhyuttanam, dharmasya glanihi. Ishvara is, he says, he's Sarvajna, Sarvashaktiman. If he is Sarvashaktiman, why can't he appear, why can't he come down as, appear as Avatara to rectify the situation? It should be possible for him. Then only is Ishvara. So therefore, this also Avatara, concept of Avatara also is acceptable. It doesn't violate our common sense. And also, as it is said by Vyasacharya, we can accept. And also, as Avatara, he says, Ajaha, Avyayaha, Bhutanam, Ishvaraha, is talking from the standpoint of Ishvara. So, therefore, this avatara is nothing but the manifestation of the Ishvara alone. As Jiva is also a manifestation, so similarly Avatara is also a manifestation. It's a bigger manifestation and it has got a purpose. The purposefully manifested form of Ishvara is Avatara. So Avatara will not come by his whims and fancies. When there is a need, then only he comes down. The word Avatara, from the Tridhatu. Tridhatu to cross over. Jiva has to cross over this ocean of samsara. Whereas Avatara, it comes down for the sake of Jiva, to help the Jiva, to help the suffering Jiva. That is also from the Tridhatu only. But it is the sense of descension, coming down. Coming from down means where? Ishvara, does he have a location? Does he have a location, heaven or something, sitting there and coming down? No. Avatara means manifestation. Avatara is manifestation. When there is a need, then he manifests himself. What is the need? Dharmasya glanihi, adharmasya abhyuttanam, adharmasya vriddhihi. Tada aham atmanam srijami iti. Then having descended, then what does it do? And when does it come down? That also being said here. Next shloka, number 8. We will read that. Paritranaya sadhuna.
परित्राणाय साधूनां
Vinashaya cha dushkrutam.
विनाशाय च
विनाशाय
दुष्कृताम्
दुष्कृताम्
Dharma samsthapanarthaya.
धर्म
संस्थापनार्थाय
संस्थापनार्थाय
Sambhavami yuge yuge.
सम्भवामि युगे
भवामि
युगे
युगे युगे
Sadhunam paritranaya. Dushkrutam vinashaya. Dharma samsthapanarthaya. All the purpose. Chaturthi, Vibhakti, Sampradana Karaka. Sampradana Karaka is used in the sense to reveal the purpose of a kriya, the purpose for which an action is committed. So, therefore, here sadhunam paritranaya, sadhunam, Sadhu means this you can take the meaning of the word sadhunam, sushtu karmanam, karma yoginam, jnana yoginam, those who follow the values, those who follow the shastram, those who abide by the order of Bhagavan, Ishvara, following the ethical system, values, sadhunam, who follows the Vedokta karma, tesham paritranaya, tesham paritranaya, paritaha is sarvataha, all-rounded protection, sarvataha rakshanaya, for the protection of the sadhus. Sadhus means not only sannyasis, sadhuna means for the protection of righteous people. For the protection of righteous people, dharmika purusha, dharmikanam paritranaya, for the protection of dharmika, all-round protection, for the protection of paritaha. So he takes care of abhyudaya as well as nishreyasa. So sadhunam paritranaya, protection of good people is one thing. What about the dushkritam, dushtu karmanam, dushta karma kurvanti, tesham, what to do with them? Dushkritaha means papaha. So papinaha. Durbuddhi. The papis are those people who have got this buddhi, durbuddhi. Dushkritaha, therefore, durbuddhi, therefore only they do papa. Therefore, papaha, papinaha, tesham, vinashaya. Because they alone create fear in the minds of this sadhu, the good people, in following the Vedika Dharma values. So therefore, papa karmanam vinashaya, dushkritam papa karmanam vinashaya, vidvamsanaya, for the destruction of this papis, dushkritanam, the wrongdoers, for the destruction of this wrongdoers, unrighteous people. Sadhunam paritranaya, dushkritam vinashaya, dharma samsthapanartaya, punaha, again bringing back the dharma. So Vedoktasya, this Abhyudaya, Nishraya, Sadhanasya, Karma Yogakyasya, then Samsthapanam, Punastapanam, Samsthapanam, Samyak Sthapanam, Samsthapanam. Well, establishing that. Dharma Samsthapanam is making the people, giving the people the freedom to follow the Dharma as prescribed in the Veda, the Shastram. So Vedika Dharma Anushtanartham, creating the situation, Dharma Samsthapanarthaya. Dharma is in the Veda. If the Dharma is in the observance of what the Veda says. So what the Veda says have to be observed. Therefore, bring back the values, bring back the teaching of the Veda. So Dharma Samsthapanarthaya, for the purpose of establishing the Dharma. Dharma can mean, we can take just as values, systems to be followed, or Dharma we can take the meaning to be the Veda. Therefore, the reviving the Vedic teaching, to bring back the Vedic teaching as Bhagavan had done before. He himself had come in the form of Vyasacharya before. He came in the lineage, important link in the lineage. He came and compiled all the scattered Vedas and handed over to each family a particular shaka for the protection of the Veda. Dharma Samsthapanartham Arthaya, for that purpose, Agam Sambhavami, I reincarnate, Udbhavami, Avatarami, Avir Bhavami, Kada, Yuge Yuge, Kale Kale, whenever the time arises, or Yuge Yuge, or in every Yuga. Yuga is a Kala Vishesha. The Yuga is a Kala Vishesha. So Agam Udbhavami, Agam Avir Bhavami. So I reincarnate myself in every Yuga, each Yuga. Not that every Yuga he must come. Purpose is there, he will come. So Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. Now Kali Yuga running. So in Kali Yuga only Kalki Avatara we say. So in every Yuga, in any number of times he can come, depending on the need. So Therefore, I kale kale, yuge yuge, sambhavami iti. So, here this important point which Swamiji used to say that dharma samsthapanartham, dharma can be protected. How dharma can be protected? Dharma is not located in the just in the Veda or in the books. Dharma is located in the followers of dharma. It means dharmi. Only if Vedikas are protected, then only Veda is protected. Only if Vedikas are alive, then only Veda also can be alive. If Vedikas are not there, then where the Veda will be? Veda cannot be protected. Therefore, for the protection of Dharma, Dharmis have to be protected. So, Dharma Samsthapanartham is Dharmi Rakshanartham, protecting the Dharmi. Then only Veda can be protected. Therefore, Dharma Samsthapanarthaya Aham Sambhavami. Then Dushkritam Vinashaya. Why can't Bhagavan correct those good people? They are beyond correction. Therefore, when they go beyond the limit of correction, then they have to be killed. There is no other way. There is no other way. When a disease in the body, when the disease in the body crosses the limit, then what happens to that part of the body? The part is as the party is the part of the body is cut, amputated. Similarly, this dushkritam vinashanam also becomes a necessity. Therefore, dushkritam vinashaya. Bhagavan is all gracious. Is all gracious. How can he destroy even these people? Why can't he shower his grace? Yes, grace is always is there. But these people, when they become a threat to the sadhu, then Bhagavan protects them by destroying these people. So therefore, destruction of the other means protection of the dharmi. For that purpose, kale kale, yuge yuge, in every yuge yuge, prati yuge, ipsa, yuge prati yuge, in every yuga, agam sambhavami iti. Then the next shloka, which is another important shloka. So up to this, the topic of avatara is over, and answer to the Arjuna's question also given. Arjuna asked, how could you have taught to Vivaswan? Bhagavan has answered that I am not ordinary Krishna, what you think, not just your friend. I am avatara, aham Bhagavan Vishnu iti ito. Now, the next shloka, important shloka, we will read where the Swarupa of Ishvara is talked about. We will read. Janma karma cha me divyam.
Janma
जन्म
karma cha
कर्म
me
च मे
divyam.
दिव्यम्
Yo evam yo veti tattvataha.
Evam
एवं
yo
यो
veti
वेति
tattvataha
ततः
Tyaktva dekam punarjanma.
त्यक्त्वा
त्यक्त्वा
देहं
देहं
पुनर्जन्म
पुनर्जन्म
Naiti mameti sorjuna.
नैति
नैति
मामेति
मामेति
सोऽर्जुन
सोऽर्जुन.
Yes. So from here onwards, again, the topic of Jnana Yoga continues. Then as the topic, the Swarupa of Ishvara is talked about. Janma karma cha me divyam yo veti tattvataha. Tyaktva dekam punarjanma na eti. Punarjanma na eti. Mam eti sorjuna iti. So, Janma karma cha me divyam. Divyam. Divyam means divine. Divyam. What is divyam? Janma, that is jananam, and karma. Karma is activities. So, Janma and Karma are Divyam. Janma and Karma are Divyam. The Karma action, Janma, the Jananam, the birth of Ishvara or Divyam. They are Divyam. It is not, Janma is not like that of a Jiva. It is not just born like a Jiva helplessly, not for any selfish purpose. Therefore, Mama Janma, Mama Karma or Divyam. It is not ordinary, it is extraordinary. Therefore, Yahaveti, the one who knows, Yahaveti, the one who understands them, who understands my Janma, who understands my Karma, what I do, those who understand the truth of my Janma and my Karma, that is, the truth is, Ishvara is not really born, he appears to be born. And Ishvara cannot do Karma. That is why he said Ajaha. Ajaha we say Janma Ragitaha. Why we say Janma Ragitaha? For Janma, one should have Karma Pala. Karma Pala implies Karma. Karma implies Kartrutvam. How can Ishvara have Kartrutvam? Ishvara doesn't have Kartrutvam. Jiva has Kartrutvam. Therefore, Jiva does Karma. Therefore, Karma Pala. Therefore, Papa Punya. Therefore, Punarjanma. Ishvara doesn't have Kartrutvam. If Ishvara also has got Kartrutvam, then he is bound Ishvara. That is contradictory. It's an oxymoron. If Ishvara is also bound. Therefore, Ishvara doesn't have Kartrutvam. Ishvara doesn't have Kartrutvam. It doesn't have Kartrutvam. Therefore, how can he have Janma? Therefore, only we say it's Ajaha iti. You need to understand this clearly. Ishvara doesn't have Kartrutvam because doesn't have Kartrutvam, therefore doesn't do Karma, therefore no Karma Palam in the form of Papa Punya, therefore he doesn't have Janma, therefore Ajaha, the one who knows this Divyam, this divine, this Punyam, is Janma is Punyam. Divyam meaning Punyam. His Janma is Punyam, his Karma is also Punyam. His action also meant for the sake of others. There is no selfish action. And his Janma is also Punyam, it is divine. It is born of the Punya Karma, Samashti Punya Karma of the Jivas. Therefore, who understands this truth, this truth, Yaha Tattvataha Yaha Veda, Yo Veti, those who knows, it means those who knows me, those who knows the Swarupa of me, that is Swarupa of Avatara, Krishna as the Ishvara. If you know Ishvara, then what happens to that him? Knowing the Swarupa of Ishvara is understanding Ishvara to be Ajaha, Avyayaha, Atma, Bhutanam, Ishvaropi San. That is, he has got Ishvara Jnanam. He has got Ishvara Jnanam. Then that person, Deham Tyaktva, having given up the body, at the end of this Janma, having given up the body, Punarjanma na vidyate. He doesn't born again. Then what does he gain? He attains my Swarupa. Saha Mamyeti. Saha Mamyeti. If the person understands the Janma and Karma of me, then that person is not born again. He gains me alone. What does it mean? It means if you understand the Swarupa of Ishvara, understanding the Swarupa of Ishvara as Ajaha, Avyayaha, Atma iti, then to understand that, the person also must understand who he is. He must have the knowledge of Atma. He must have the knowledge. Then he has the knowledge of Ishvara. Therefore, he has got the Jnanam. Jnanam, Ishvara Jnanam is that. Ishvara Jnanam. Ishvara is this alone in the form of this Jagat. Ishvara alone is in the form of this Jagat. This Jagat is nothing but Ishvara. In the Jagat only the Jiva is there. The Jagat includes Jiva. Therefore, Ishvara Jnanam implies Jagat Jnanam. Jagat Jnanam implies the individual Jnanam, the one's one Jnanam, Atma Jnanam. Therefore, he must be a Jnani, he must be the knower of himself. Therefore, when we say if a person having understood the Swarupa of Ishvara means he has understood what the Tattvam is. Yes, Tattvataha, the word Tattvataha, in reality, Tattvataha, as it is, he has understood. It means understanding of Ishvara implies the understanding of Atma, because Ishvara alone appears in the form of the Jagat, and Jagat includes the beings, all the beings, and Jiva is also included. Therefore, he has the Jnanam of Atma also. Therefore, Atma Jnanam is implied in the Ishvara Jnanam. Atma Jnanam is implied in the Ishvara Jnanam. Therefore, when he has Ishvara Jnanam, therefore there is no Punarjanma. He gets Mukti, he becomes free. He becomes free. Therefore, Tyaktva Punarjanma, having given up this body, he gains Mamyeti, means Bhagavan Krishna says Mamyeti. Mamyeti means he comes to me. He comes to me means what? He gains Kaivalyam, he gains Mukti. What Mukti? Videga Mukti. Having known Atma, which is a Swarupa, having known Brahma, Atma, which is a Swarupa of Ishvara, which is myself, having known that, he doesn't assume another body. There is no Punarjanma, Mam Eva Yeti. He becomes Muktaha, he gains Kaivalyam. That is the meaning, the important shloka, where he says the knowledge of Ishvara liberates a person. The knowledge of Ishvara implies the knowledge of the Swarupa of oneself. Therefore, Swarupa Jnanena, Swarupa Jnanam is Atma Jnanam, Atma Jnanena, Brahma Jnanena, Mokshaha iti, Kaivalyam iti. That is the meaning. So here, the word Divyam is Alaukika. Divyam is Alaukika. The word Divya is used to convey that the birth of Ishvara is different from that of the Jivas. It is Aishwaryam. It belongs to Bhagavan. Therefore, Divyam Karma, Divyam Janma. Karma is also karma which is done not out of the sense of want, or karma not produced by as a result of the Papa Punya. It is Janma is Divyam, karma is also Divyam. So Aishwaryam, karma, Aishwaryam, Janma. Therefore, the one who knows the truth of this my Janma and karma, it means looking upon Bhagavan Krishna, looking upon Krishna as Ishvara as Ishvara, then such person, for that person, understanding Ishvara is not born. It is as though born. So, understanding the Swarupa of Ishvara doesn't have real Janma. Therefore, there is no real karma also. It is Divyam Karma, Divyam Janma. Therefore, the person knows what? That Ishvara is, who is Jagat Karanam, Brahma, Ishvara is myself. This Jnanam is there. This Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, the Brahma which is Jagat Karanam, it is Ishvara, it is the one who knows that Ishvara means he has got the knowledge of Atma himself also. Therefore, knowing Tattvataha. Knowing Ishvara is knowing oneself. Knowing oneself is knowing Ishvara. So if he says he knows Ishvara, it means he knows himself. What? Agam Ishvaraha, Jagat Karanam Brahma, Ishvaraha, Agam Asmi. So when he says, when Bhagavan Krishna says, when you know me, it means what? When you know yourself. When you know yourself. When you know yourself, then there is moksha, Atma Jnanena, moksha siddhyati. Therefore here, Jnanam is talked about. Knowing the Janma and Karma of Avatara, that is Ishvara, is knowing the Swarupam of reality, knowing the Swarupam of the reality of Atma. Therefore, Atma Jnanam. Tattvataha. Tattvataha yaha veti tasya punarjanma na vidyate. There is no janma for him. Why? Because Mam eti, Mama Swarupam eva eti. My Swarupa he gains. What is the Swarupa of Ishvara? Brahma. Therefore, he becomes one with Brahma. It means Aham Brahma iti jnanena moksha padam siddhyati ityartha. Therefore, he gains moksha. Mam eti means not physically going. Eti in dhatu means going. Here there is no physically going. Here gaining in the sense of knowing, because it is paravishaya. Param chet Yatavyam. Aparam chet praptavyam. If Bhagavan is aparam, is located in Kailasa or Vaikunta, then you have to go. Aparam chet gantavyam. Here param. Therefore, eti means eti means janati. Mam yaha janati saha mameva bhavati. The one who knows me becomes myself. Brahma Jnatva Brahmaiva Bhavati. Brahma Bhutva Brahmaiva Bhavati. Having known that Aham Brahma, he becomes Brahma. He is Brahma. Having recognized that oneself as Brahma, he becomes free from samsara. That is the meaning of this shloka, important shloka. So the Jnana Yoga topic starts from this shloka. After Avatara, again picking up the thread of Jnana Yoga here, Bhagavan Krishna says, the next shloka we will read in the next class. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stvanvantirvyai Stavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Jnanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam na vidusvara suraganaha Devaya tasmai namaha. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಗುರುಜಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶರಣ್ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಶರಣ್ಜಿ.